you guys are having a wonderful evening today. Thanks a lot, Theo, Clara, for organizing this. The food was great. I'd like to first start off with a few thank yous. Can you guys hear me well? No? Better? Better? Okay. See, a good thing for checking in. So, a few thank yous. First off, I'd like to thank my parents for giving me their credit card instead of love and affection and attention growing up as a child, which is partly why I'm up here, to get all the attention I can possibly get. To my grade 12 chemistry teacher, Mr. Funk. He told me in front of the whole class that I'll never amount to anything. He hoped that I failed engineering and became a teacher just like him, so I could teach kids just like myself. And this was in front of the whole class, not just me personally. And on that note, I'd also like to thank Dr. Ken Porteous for giving me seemingly infinite chances to get by through my engineering degree so Mr. Fong wouldn't be right. And for those of you who haven't seen Ken Porteous, congrats. You only see him when you're living life on the edge. The academic edge, that's when you're failing or cheating. I wasn't cheating. So, Dr. Prasad, are you in the house? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. So, I'd like to start off by saying I love your comb over. Throughout 446, whatever course you taught me, a long time ago, I admired your comb over every single day. So that's why I tried it today. I see this, but he inspired me. And you know what? Have you guys noticed? I probably don't. Most of you guys don't notice because you don't pay attention in class like I do. But Dr. Prasad always mutters these really dry jokes under his breath. I see Tracy knows that I'm talking about. She pays attention in class. And then you can always tell the kids who are actually paying attention because they'll at least crack a smile. And the ones who aren't paying attention are just on their cell phones, you know. Trying to draw something. Or back in the day it was words with friends. And for those of you who have gone for him for help, have you noticed he's never phased at whatever question you ask him? Like, I'm pretty sure we have some dumb questions that we've asked. I know I have. I know my friend Vlad has as well. You could go up to him, not show up to a single class, day before the final, and be like, Dr. Prasad, I don't understand anything. He'd be like, sure, let's relearn the whole course. No, nothing wrong with that, let's do it. But other than that, I'm pretty sure he wants to kill us. Like, I know he doesn't show it at all, but there's no possible way he does not want to kill me. Especially some of the stuff that I say. I know my girlfriend wants to kill me every other day. But I'm just saying. Also, I'd like to start the next part off by having a moment of silence for those of us who couldn't make it here from 464. Because Dr. Cresta, teacher of the year, had to make a final exam that was just so damn hard to pass. That was a ridiculous exam. I was going to email you after, like, what was this? I like to think of myself as a relatively smart guy. Smart guy, you know. I know I failed school, but come on. But that was just so hard. It's no surprise a few of us couldn't make it. And speaking of Dr. Cresta, if there's anyone in the world who thinks chemical engineering is the coolest thing ever, it has to be you. Every time in class, heat exchangers, very cool. Distillation towers, very cool. Pumps, wow, extremely cool. See what I mean? She feels the same way about chemical engineering as Vlad feels about Justin Bieber. That's true. And then there's Dr. DeClerc, who couldn't make it with us. Who couldn't be here because he just came back from San Diego, I think. Lucky guy. He's the opposite of Dr. Prasad with his jokes. He's very obvious with his jokes. You can't help but laugh. very ridiculous analogies gonna help, but you know. But the main thing is, you really are not gonna miss the way he dresses. I know it's not nice to talk behind someone else's back, but I'm gonna do it. The first time I saw this guy, I was like, wow, there's Gilbert. Tell me you guys not see this. I bet you when he was 18 and the first episode of Gilbert came out, it was like, wow, this guy knows how to dress. I'm going to dress just like him. So now, he wears a short sleeve dress shirt, has a pocket in his short sleeve dress shirt, pens, calculator, Lord knows, probably has BMG sim in there too. And I really liked his advice on a design project. He told everyone, be lazy, take shortcuts, don't try too hard. If anyone tells me that, man, I love you. I'm still I do that anyways. Some of us took that advice too far and they aren't here with us. While others completely and utterly disregarded it. Clara. So she's a real sweet girl, definitely a keeper. I mean, keener, sorry. So, I remember when I, first saw Clara, it was this girl with a red jacket and her messenger bag and her big heels clanking away. The day before anyone knew there was an assignment due, Clara would be going up to the prof, telling him, here man, this is what you did wrong in the assignment. First of all, the assignment's not even assigned yet. And she's up there telling the prof what he did wrong. I know some of the parents aren't laughing, but you guys don't know Clara the way we know Clara. And then the prof was like, oh wow, Clara, you're a genius, you figured this out. Everyone, hold up, don't leave the class yet. On your assignment that's assigned tomorrow, you're gonna fix this correct, you gotta fix this thing, nah. And then this just makes me feel like I feel like an unproductive human being. And I know I'm not alone in this because everyone else is like, oh, I feel terrible about myself. And there's a funny story of how I met Clara. I remember this very clearly. She doesn't. I asked her, do you remember when we first met? She's like, no. So, it was back in third year, and it was the second fluids assignment that was due. It was 45 minutes left, I just started. And there was this question I was having difficulty with. And then I saw Clara in front of me. Like, I know for a fact that she had finished this assignment 2 weeks ago. So there's no way she's not going to know how to do this question. She's going to know how to do this question for sure. So I go up to her, I'm like, Clara, can you help me with this question? She's like, no, I don't know how to do it. Are you serious? You could have just ignored me, but you lied to my face. That's not cool. You don't lie to people like that. So after that, I'm such a bitter guy. I'm like, that Clara, I hate that chick. Who should think she is? So I'm walking one day to the LRT station, now with my friend, and I see, the red jacketed girl with the messenger bag clanking her heels. And I'm telling my friend, I'm telling him all this nasty and untrue stuff about her. I'm like, that girl's, you should never talk to that girl. She's such a She didn't help me with homework. She's just a keener, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so when at the LRT station, luck would have it that I'm sitting in a booth, facing that way, and then Clara's sitting on the booth across me, facing this way. And then, it's really awkward for me because I just talked so much smack about this girl, and my friend's sitting next to me. So I'm looking everywhere, but straight. Looking at the ground, looking at my watch, playing draw something on my iPhone. I mean, words as fans back in the day. Looking outside in a blank tunnel. And then my friend's like, hey man, the girl's waving at you. And I was like, oh god, this is not really happening. And I look up, it's Clara going, hi. I'm like, hi. I did not want to talk to her. She comes over, talks to me. That was definitely the most awkward conversation I've ever had. And I'm a pretty social guy. I don't have any awkward situations, but Clara, you did it. You really did. But other than that, I just realized that she's an extremely stressed out girl. Probably worried about the assignment that's due 3 weeks from now. So I didn't take it to heart anymore, so me and Clara are like best friends now. Not really, that's good. Still good. She still won't help me with my homework. So on the opposite side, we have my buddy Vladimir over there. Now, most of you guys don't know Vlad, which is completely understandable. He never showed up to class. The only time our students will ever see Vlad is the day before the final exam. He will ask you for all your notes, all your assignments, so you can go to his dad's work and print, photocopy everything. And the profs, please don't use anything I say against him. He warned me about this. The profs, you will never see Vlad until the day after the marks are posted, when he's asking for a little bump up so he can pass the course. I don't know how he's made it this far. It's really, we should all clap for Vlad. He made it. I don't know how he did it. But the thing is, Vlad is sort of an enigma to his friends. He tries really hard to be a mysterious guy. I know why. I did some research. I know exactly what he does this time. That's why he is so mysterious. First thing he does is plays a lot of poker. He claims to have a poker enterprise that he's trying to get rich off. Number 2, he's going bald. Sorry. So he's going to all these doctors to figure out, is he really going bald? What can you do to prevent that? And he's going for some counseling with Dr. McCaffrey. I don't know if we're actually bald, but I just couldn't pass that out. And number 3, he's working on his world domination plan. Now Vlad thinks that in a few years that all the governments will collapse, the economy will collapse. So he wants to prepare for it, to take action when the opportunity strikes. So he's bought an ounce of gold. Like, I kid you not, he bought a physical ounce of gold. Who does that? He bought an ounce of silver, and he's going to buy a gun with 6 bullets. This is his plan for world domination. The new Vlad order. I'd say the best for last. Unfortunately, Peter, aka Gong Shou Li, couldn't make with us today. He's busy eating Chinese food with his parents. I tried really hard to convince him to come, so I don't even feel bad about talking behind his back. But he's like, why would I go to a banquet when I can go for Chinese food with my parents? It just makes sense. But, no. The thing about Peter is he personifies so typically how dorky engineers can be. You can't help but shake your head at some of the stuff he says. It's sometimes just so ridiculous you can't believe it. And the thing is, when he brings up these points, he always has to start off with a theoretically speaking, genetically speaking, practically speaking, and to girls, romantically speaking. And then, so I guess it's just you can get your brain ready for what he's going to say, so you can be like, wow, I can't believe you just said that. And then, I don't know if some of you guys have heard of Peter's story. Doesn't seem like it. Let me tell you how Peter's story goes. He goes up to me, he's like, hey Uzair, hey, look at my phone, look at my phone, look at my phone. Look, it's so crazy. I said, hey, what's up, this girl? I look at it, he says, hey, what's up? He's like, look what she said back. She says, hey, what's up, how are you? How's school? That's it. That's it. That's it. There is no punchline to the story. To make your own Peter story, you have to go up really excited. Like the most exciting news ever. For the most average event ever. And there's no punchline. There is absolutely no punchline. He just leaves you hanging. And he's this huge smile on his face. Like he's gonna continue the story. But he never does. He never continues the story. So, I want to apologize for not roasting all my profs. I could have. I would have had a really good time doing it. But I don't want to be like your lectures. Great sleeping aids. So thank you, everyone.